Hello and welcome back. Today's video is going to be about the best eyeshadow palettes under $20. I recently did a video about the best makeup under $10 and I mentioned there was no eyeshadow in that video. There isn't just a lot of eyeshadow in that category of price that I really have loved. I have tried some e.l.f. palettes. Personally, I don't think that they're amazing, and I have tried the Profusion palettes as well. And again, I didn't love those. So I decided for palettes to do under $20 because these palettes I think are amazing. The quality is fantastic on these. These are not good for the price. These are just all around good. I love these palettes as much as some of my other more expensive palettes. And yeah, all of these are either exactly $20 or less than that. Also, I do usually post 4 or 5 videos a week, but for December, I will be posting 6 videos a week. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, let's just get into it. Now, if you've been watching my channel, you can probably guess the palettes and the brands that I'm going to be talking about at this price point. First up are these Milani palettes. Now, unfortunately, we do think that these are likely getting discontinued. People have seen them at Marshall's and TJ Maxx, and they've stopped carrying them in stores for several months. However, they are still available on the Milani website, and I did find them on Amazon as well. I think these are very, very high quality. The Soft and Sultry is a gorgeous, cool toned color story. Beautiful metallics, amazing mattes, also very nice packaging. So I did get these full price when they were around $15. Some retailers had these for $19, but yeah, now they're discounted, I think, for $10 or $11 on the Milani website. And I have mentioned I did buy one of the newer Milani palettes a few months ago, and I strongly disliked it. The formula was nothing like this. It was chalky, powdery, not pigmented at all. And I decluttered that palette. It was just not good. It was the Gilded Coast. That was the one that I bought. Maybe their other palettes are better in their newer line, but I just don't want to buy anymore because that one was so bad. The other one is the Bold Obsessions. This is obviously very neutral with kind of this pop of gold and copper. Again, this formula is amazing. The mattes blend so well. So yeah, it's a bummer they're probably getting rid of these. I hope they'll change their mind because yeah, I was not impressed with that new palette, but they are still available, and these are 2 of my favorite palettes in my collection. Alrighty, next up is Colourpop. They do have some palettes that are over $20 now. The So Jaded palette, the Bare Necessities palette, but they do have several of these. This is $12. This is the Lilac You A Lot. And they also have several palettes that are between $16 and $18 as well. So it definitely varies, and I know that their Disney collabs were around $22. I have 3 of these 9 pans. I have this one, the Mint to Be, which I've done a full review on that one, and also the Going Coconuts. I personally love all 3 of them, and I do think that they are very nice quality. This one is obviously lilac theme, but there are some pinks, and I do think that you get some darker purple shades. I think that there is enough variety in this palette. The mattes that I'm wearing today are from this palette. I'm wearing a purple shade from another palette on the lid, but personally, I really love this one, and I love the Going Coconuts as well. And I like the Mint to Be, but I will say that that one, it is just so monochromatic, all mint. That's kind of a very specific look, and I don't reach for that one that often because I'm not wearing mint eyeshadow that often. So that's the only thing about these monochromatic ones I will say is that, yeah, they are monochromatic. So if you don't think you're going to get a lot of use out of it, I don't know that they're even worth the $12. But personally, this one and Going Coconuts, I do use fairly regularly. And I like the Colourpop formula, except I will say I don't love their pressed glitters. That's just not really my cup of tea. And I did get some in my eye once, and it was very irritating. It was not a great experience. So this one, the Mint to Be and Going Coconuts, none of those have pressed glitters, which is why I did end up buying those. Some of their other 9 pan palettes do have pressed glitters. So personally, I did avoid those. These also say that some of these cannot be used in the eye area. Personally, I've had no issues. I've used them all multiple times. Haven't had a problem with that. So personally, I think these $12 palettes from them, they're worth it if you think you're going to get a lot of use out of it. But yeah, some of them I just didn't buy because they had pressed glitters or they were just so monochromatic that, again, I don't think I'd use them a lot. But this one is amazing, and Going Coconuts also is great. Alrighty, next up, BH Cosmetics. I had to talk about BH Cosmetics. It is one of the best formulas I've tried overall, not even just for the price. They have several of these palettes that are $16. This is the Beautiful in Barcelona, and I also have the Avocado Toast palette. They are amazing. I love this formula. The metallics are super metallic and the mattes blend very, very well. I don't know how they're doing it, but BH Cosmetics I think is really doing great on the eyeshadow palettes. I do have some of their older palettes. The Weekend Festival and also the Royal Affair. Those are great. Those are discontinued, sadly. And then I do have the Sylvia Ghani palette. That one is more expensive, I think, because it was a collab. So that one is $25. But they have a ton of these at the $16 price point. And I'm definitely tempted to get more, but I don't need more. But yeah, this one and Avocado Toast are amazing. I'm so impressed with that formula. Yeah, I don't even need a wet brush for the metallics. And yeah, BH Cosmetics, fantastic. The last brand I have to talk about is Juvia's Place. I love their formula. I have reviewed a lot of their palettes on my channel. You can find that in my reviews playlist. And I've also ranked all of my Juvia's Place palettes. They have palettes at various price points. So they have these 6-pan palettes that are monochromatic, which I've done a separate video on these. And these are $15, which may be a little bit pricey, 6 eyeshadows for $15, but the quality, again, Juvia's, one of my favorite formulas. I love that the metallics are some of the most metallic eyeshadows I've ever tried, and the mattes are definitely a stiffer, drier formula, but they blend very easily. So this one is the Berries. Again, I've done a separate video on this one. And the Violets, I love this one. This one is really unique. I don't have any colors like this in my collection. This is the color in my inner corner today. I love it. Great. They have tons. So if you want smaller monochromatic palettes, they have a ton of these. They've got pink, they've got brown, they've got a cool tone brown, a warm tone brown. They have a ton of these. So those are the only two I have out of the mini palettes, but I think that they are great. They do have some palettes that are $25, but then they also have this size, which is $20. And they have a couple other smaller palettes, I think, that are $15. This one, the Saharan 2, I've done a review on this one. I've talked about this one a lot. It is one of my favorite. These metallics are amazing. And yeah, I have a lot of these at this size. I have the Deuce palette. I've got all 3 of the Warrior palettes. So again, you can watch my ranking video if you want to see more, but I really think that for the price, some of the best eyeshadows that I've tried are Juvia's, because these are just that good. And yeah, I just really appreciate that they've kept their price low as well. They haven't really increased their price over the years since I've been buying their palettes, but yeah, I think probably my favorite are the $20 9-pans because you do get more variety. Again, the monochromatic, I'm not super into the monochromatic palettes just because I feel like they're kind of one-trick ponies. You can't get as many looks out of them as you can of a palette this size. I know a lot of people say that the Juvia's color stories are a little random. Personally, I like them. I think that they do more interesting, unique color stories. And yeah, I think they're great palettes. Alrighty, that is it for this video. Honestly, I thought that I would have more palettes in this price range. But yeah, these are the only brands that I even have palettes from in this price range. And I've tried a lot of the really more affordable palettes. I've tried Essence. Those were good, but they weren't amazing. Maybelline, I've had one of their palettes. Not amazing, but I've heard Maybelline has really improved their formula. You guys did tell me that with their city palettes, that they are much better than they used to be. Maybe I'm a little bit picky with eyeshadow, but I do like more intense pigmented eyeshadows. But yeah, These brands I do think are top notch. I think that they are a great value because they really are very, very high quality, very pigmented. So yeah, please let us know your more affordable palettes. I'm really, really curious. I'm sure there's others out there that, yeah, I have not tried yet. So that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.